Let's see here. There we go. I think we're here. Are we here? I think we're here. Hello, hello. Let's just check some few little things here. Let's do that. Let's do that. Just some quick things to start with. And I think that I am pretty set here now. I think everything is the way I like it. There we go. Okay. I am back. It's been a week or so, and I hope you're having a good day. And I haven't worked on this in a while. Trio blanket back up on my desk. How about that? Some of you might not even have seen it because it's been so long. A stitch marker that I made myself. Can we get a little bit? It's green. Hello, David. Good to see you. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. So I'm gonna sit here trying to warm myself up with the trio blanket today. For a bit. I'm gonna be hanging out here for almost 2 hours. And then I'm gonna jump over and hang out on panel with Katie from Greenland and Andy and Shonda. So that's gonna be fun because it's been a while since we did that. Well, we do that or try to do that once a month. We didn't do that last month, but today it's, as far as I know, happening. So that's going to be fun. And until then, I'm going to sit here and chit chat and just catch up a little bit. I guess it's me warming up for panel hangout, but also me trying to warm up with covering myself in this blanket because who could have guessed? It's cold in my apartment. Yeah, so it's that time of year again. So you're probably going to hear me say that every stream, right? That my apartment is cold. But hey, it is what it is. And I'm trying to make the best out of the situation by making a blanket. I know this blanket is probably going to take me quite some time to finish. So I'm not sure I'm going to be warming myself up with it very soon because we have a long way to go. And I'm working with a thin yarn and a small hook. And I'm also not working on this like all the time, which isn't helping. Stacy, good to see you. You're here but not here, but you'll be here soon. Awesome. Oh, I hope you're having a good day, whatever you're up to. It's been so long since I worked on this. I was like, what am I supposed to do? We've been working on so many other things. This has been kind of forgotten. Then again, you know, I want to do all things, everything, all at once. And I even got to the point where I haven't been crocheting much these last few weeks. I can't really say that I lost my crojo. It was more of like, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to go. There's so many big unfinished projects. I probably need something easily digestible, like to actually finish something, to feel that I got something finished, which hasn't happened. So I guess that is a big part of it, as well as just being, I don't know, not in the best of moods. I did spend 3 hours Sunday, it's Tuesday today, Sunday, I spent 3 hours in the woods with a friend. And I foraged for mushrooms, which was awesome. I didn't get to take all of the mushrooms home that I picked, but also she didn't take all the mushrooms home that she picked because we did a swappy thing. I have a preference of what type of mushrooms I prefer, and she has a different type of preference. So we helped pick in for each other. It's just fun to pick mushrooms. And I even have the mushrooms here next to me on the bench because I figured I'd show you my little new stash of mushrooms. I'm so happy. Like, I didn't go out to get any mushrooms last fall, so I've been out of mushrooms. I haven't had a mushroom stock in yeah, I ran out last year and then I didn't go and get any more. So I've been over a year with no mushrooms in my cabinet. And these are proper edible mushrooms. There's no funny business with these mushrooms. So yeah, just in case it needed clarification. But it was nice to be out in the woods. And this morning, I could not get out of bed. So I felt perfectly fine yesterday. And today, the whole like after workout pains, stiffness, soreness, tenderness, all of the everything, it just came this morning. I was like, I can't move. I knew it probably was coming, but I wasn't expecting it like being delayed in that way. Hello, Dreamy! Oh, it's been a while since I saw you. How have you been? How are you doing? Are you crocheting something purple? I almost have purple here in this blanket. It is color changing yarn, or like it's 3 ombres, so it did start with pinks, whites, and yellows. And the pink is fading over to like lavender-esque purple, or like, yeah, it's going over on those, in those hues, and there's here you can see a little bit of a shift as well. So the yellow is going for green and the white is going for the blues. So I have some purple in this blanket. Your Crojo is gone? Yeah, I kind of felt that. I can't really say that it's like Crojo totally being gone. It's just been so much other things. So you haven't been crocheting much either? Bud Files, good morning, good morning. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. So back to my mushrooms. I do have a specific type of mushroom that I prefer. And we have kind of 2 different kinds of chanterelles. There's the big yellow kind of meaty type of chanterelles. They're awesome if you're gonna just like frying and put them on a sandwich or something like straight away. But those, I don't feel like they last that long. And then we have the ones that we call them, well, just a direct translation would be funnel chanterelle, or perhaps, yeah, I want to say funnel is the closest, but I have no idea what you'd call them. But they work out so good when you dry them. So I dried them. I have a food dryer, or like a, well, it's called mushroom dryer, but you can dry any type of food in it. Hello, damn. Hello, hello. See, I have all of these mushrooms. Do you see how big this is? My big jar. I did fill this one and another one this size 2 years ago. And that was enough for pretty much 1 year. So I will have to go out to get more, because this is, yeah, how full is it? That full? So like 2/3 perhaps is full of this one, and then I have one more that I want to fill up so I can have some mushrooms. But that's yeah, the season's just started. It was not a lot of mushrooms yet. We just need like a week or 2 and some good sun, because it's been raining, so a little bit of sun and they're just gonna pop up like mushrooms. But I just love these ones. I don't know if you can see that they are like really slim, long legs, or legs. It's, yeah, we call them feet. It's hat and feet. But the stem, I guess. They're really long, and then they have really small, here, there, I think, you can see that there's a little, almost like a big funnel. But these are awesome in stews and in sauces. Mushroom sauce. I like to do a pork stew with mushrooms, lingonberries, parsley, and then oven baked potatoes or like potato gratin to go with that. It's awesome. It is very, very awesome. So I am just happy that I have gotten some more because it's been too long. So how is everyone? How is the printing stuff going, Tam? Have you been busy printing stuff? And what's Budfile's been up to lately? I've seen some videos now and then. You were out and about a lot. Any fun destinations that we're gonna be getting to watch that you've been to soon? It's been slow now. I don't like that. I do not like that for you. Okay. But you know, it's up and down with that. Have you added some more listings to your would you say inventory? Or like how would you adding some other type of makes to your categories? How would you I don't know. Me and words. Thrifty, hello, hello. Good to see you. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a good day. So as I said, I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit, and then I'm gonna be jumping over to hang out on a panel and crocheting for the rest of the night over with Katie from Greenland, with Andy, and with Shonda. So you get to see me for plenty of hours, just in different places today, if that's what you want to do. Thank you, Thrifty. Yes, I do have 2 live streams going at the same time. One vertical and one horizontal, so you get to see whatever view you prefer. If you prefer horizontal mode, then that's the option for you, or the vertical. The vertical, you get a more like up close and personal, seeing my hands move and work, and on the horizontal you do see a lot more of what's going on my desk, as well as my face up in a corner. So there's that. If you're curious to the face that goes with this voice, you can always jump over there. And as Thrifty did, you can put a thumbs up on each of the streams, because that would be very kind of you if you want to do that. Inventory, you suppose, is the right word. Maybe catalog? You don't know. You haven't thought about it either. You're getting ready to make some brand new content, but it's a secret. Don't tell. I'm happy that you might be going down that road again, because yeah, I was sad when you accidentally deleted your YouTube channel, and I know you didn't feel very good about it. But I guess you needed to take some time to mourn the loss, and maybe go in whatever direction you feel like from here. The knee pain is no joke. Well, I can only imagine. As I said, like, I was so in pain this morning, but that was all self-inflicted from 3 hours in the woods, climbing rocks, and I don't even know, so many different, just out in the woods, terrain. It's kind of challenging, which is awesome. So many times I almost fell and slipped, or I slipped and fell. I slipped. That I did. Yeah, definitely pain and yeah, I can't even imagine having pain in places for a long time. I guess I'm lucky in that way that it was temporary. Let's see. Now I need to try and remember what I'm supposed to do here. Hello, Robert. How is things going on your side of the world today? It's been a while since I saw you too. I hope you're doing good. You're gonna start doing lives again soon, Trini? That sounds good. That sounds good. No, let's just leave it there. It's gonna be making a mess anyway. I'm gonna have the yarn tangle over itself. I haven't even looked at the I have 3 cakes of yarn and I don't even know how badly tangled it is in that box from the yarns crisscrossing itself, but it's gonna be fine. Okay, am I doing what I'm supposed to do? I think so. It looks right. I haven't been working in this since I don't know, and therefore I need to think a little bit on what I'm supposed to be doing when I turn. Your side of the world is great. 20 degrees Celsius. That is good for you. I am jealous. I don't even have that in my apartment at the moment. I think that's pretty much what I have in my apartment, and it's not very comfortable. You're gonna go play darts later? Well, that's nice. Go out and hang out with some people, I guess. Because playing darts is a very social type of sport, I guess? Yeah, sport. Speaking of sport. Okay, you guys, I'm always all over the place. But I have to just go down the road of pole vault. Because why not? Have you guys... We have a very big successful pole vaulter from Sweden, if you didn't know. World Championships in Japan right now, and we got not just a world, a gold medal, we also got a new world record. 6 meters 30 centimeters. It's ridiculously high. Like yeah, Mondo Duplantes for the win. I'm just need to get it out there. You're gonna get me a space heater? I have a little radiator thingy-bob that I can pull out, and my landlord gets to pay for the extra electricity that one's using because it's their thing, but it's frustrating because it's not helping very much, and I don't really like it or trust it for that matter either. There's so many different type of heaters you can have, and that one is not the best. You want me to do the birdie dance? Oh, thank you. You know I appreciate that. Aw, really appreciate that. I can do this. I can push. I can do that. I know I can do that. Yes. Pushing some buttons. Awesome. Yeah, I have 3 colors, so I just switched here. I worked with the green over here, and now I picked up the purple, and then when I get over to the other end, I will pick up the blue. So I'm working on all of the 3 yarns attached. No cutting or anything. I do have this little, let's see if I can get it up here. So the yarn is being carried up. I don't know if you can see very well, or if I need to get it up closer. But yeah, I've carried the yarn up so you get this little, the light is frustrating. Let's see if we can play around with the light. Maybe, okay, maybe that's better. So I carried the yarn up. So here we have the purple, and then it's up to where the purple starts up there is what we have here. Which is making my life so much easier. There's no cutting, there's no that type of thing. It's called the trio blanket. And it's just very simple. 3 double crochets and 3 chains. But when I get to here where I have done the chains from previous row, what I do is that I crochet down into the double crochet in the blue row below, but I make sure that the chains are being hidden inside. So I'm crocheting over the chains so they are getting attached inside. Very, you know, you could probably do this watching TV or something. You know, there's count to 3, not that much to think of. Definitely something I'm doing very easily while I'm hanging out talking to you guys. So it's very, very simple in a way, but it makes it very interesting looking. And in my case, where I have 3 yarns that actually changes colors as I go, because I have 3 of the same yarn cake, just 3 different colorways, and they change colors, so it's just very simple. Hello, Christine. Thank you very much. I don't know if there's a tutorial on this out there somewhere. It's not my pattern, so I don't know if there's any tutorials of this one. You're totally lost. I'm just happy that you wanted to come and hang out, Tam. Drim! You're on the way to bed. You wanted to say hi? Yeah, I appreciate that. How are you doing? It's been a while. Hope you're doing good. Have you been out taking care of some bushes today? It's been raining. I was out for a little bit. It was raining here. It was not nice at all. I did water my plants yesterday. Yeah, I still have plants. There's still plants alive in my apartment, which is surprising. So yeah, I just gave up on everything green, kind of. Me and plants have been, I don't know, it was different when I lived in the house, when I had a garden to take care of, like, just, like, flower beds and stuff. I guess now I don't really care anymore. The blanket is going to be however long, until I run out of yarn. So I hope it's going to be a decent size. I think, I don't remember how wide it is, but I'm working pretty much down to up, or up to down. How wide is it? I want to say that it's good for like a 120 centimeter wide bed with a little bit of overhang. So is it like 140, 150, maybe 160 centimeters? I don't know exactly how much overhang I intended, but yeah, 120 plus something was my plan. And for like what we have now, I can swap it around a little bit. So we have this starting in pink, yellow, and white, and we have that for a bit, but it's how tall could that be? The first bit before it changes colors, I don't know. And then we have the next color change. Well, of course it goes from here, very obvious transition. And then we have a transition here that is, it's still noticeable, especially with the blue, from the lighter blue to the darker blue. And I want to say that's about the same length. So I'm expecting it's going to take a while before I get to the next color change. But the yarn I have, like I can get a cake out. The pattern almost wants to make you crochet. I'm happy. That's good. That's a good sign. I have made other people start this blanket or like this pattern, so you wouldn't be the first one to get inspired to make this one. What am I working with color-wise there? Let's see how tangled these are together. Are they very tangled? Okay. So might as well just slightly untangle while I get this out. Good night, Drim. Sweet dreams. Oh. Okay. So, trio blanket, Christine. So I have Stanley muffin cakes. If you haven't seen these before, they're from Bulgaria. So there's Cyrillic lettering here. It is very thin yarn. Here we have 100% acrylic, 2,000 meters, 430 grams. And just looking at the yarn itself, it is 3 strands of this acrylic yarn, and I don't even think you can tell here that 2 of these strands are light purple and the middle one is pink. Can you tell that there's a little bit of a difference? The middle strand is pink. Squiddy's hating you? You've been brushing him? Oh. So I'm gonna put this yarn here. So here you can see that there's still pink in the center. And what I have here is this lighter purpley lavender mauve, I don't even know. But there's also going to be another color change to get to another darker shade. So there's 3 colors: pink, this lighter mauvey, and then this darker purple. Hello, Sprue! Good to see you. How are you doing? So that's the color I'm working with right this minute. And the color that started in white is now blue, but it is not just blue. We got this white going into a lighter, like an aqua tealy type of color. It's not a bluish blue, it's more of a, it's more tealy, and then we have a darker teal on the outside. So we have a very, very dark color, and then the white was very light. And the purples are, pink and purple is very, you know, very subtle ombre. And the yellow is going into a mint green and a slightly darker mint green, but very, very subtle. So this is more of an appley mint, I want to say. Like a, yeah, I want to say it's a light apple green because it's more of a yellowy green, and then we have this more bluish green. But as you can tell, I have quite a lot of yarn left before I get anywhere. And it's only one strand that changes color at a time. What am I gonna sing? Wait for me to sing? Are you back now, Stacey? What are you doing? I don't remember where I found this pattern. I want to say that it is a free pattern on a website somewhere, but like on a blog. I think you can purchase the pattern somewhere, but then like there's a free version if you go to the designer's website. But I don't remember. And I've seen variations with this with 4 double crochets and chain 4 instead. So there's different variations of this. Also like with the type of extended stitch. You're editing with a 3-day migraine. I am not happy. That is not a good combination. I don't like that. Yeah, let's hope you feel better soon. Stacy is hanging out on both sides, doubling the hours. Thank you very much. You're doing like David. David is keeping an eye on both chats. And so can you do. That's awesome. So how was your guys' weekend? Here I've been talking about me hunting around in the woods for mushrooms. It was awesome though. Just get out and touch grass, pretty much. Reload some batteries for a little bit. But I'm definitely gonna go and get me some more mushrooms. It's just early season for the mushrooms that I want, so it's gonna be so much more mushrooms here in a week or two. It's gonna be so much easier to get them then. Less hunting and more picking because they like to grow in like when you find one, you find plenty. They're just that type of mushroom. They're small, but there's plenty of them. I'm just thinking, like, what has happened since I last hung out with you guys? Probably a lot of things. I was supposed to go to Rita's yesterday. That didn't happen. Because Mini-Me woke up with a headache, as well as Rita's mom not feeling good, and they had to go to the doctor. So, yeah. That didn't turn out as planned. I have been just pretty much taking it easy and actually been playing some games. That's been a while. I was like, am I gonna get stuck in games again? Am I losing my Crojo and going into gamer girl mode again? Could have. I always have some silly games that I play on my phone when I'm out and about and bored and whatnot, but I don't know. My plan was to stream this weekend. I've been all alone. I had plenty of time and I was like, I'm just gonna not do anything. I ended up playing Diablo 3. That's been years since I played that. But there was a new season starting and I was like, let's do this. So a few days of that and yeah. Now I'm here. And my plans never go as I want them. I tried to plan stuff, and it just doesn't pan out the way I want it to. Why do I even try to make plans? I should just give up on making plans. Or try to. I was like, let's try and make a regular thing of me hanging out every other week when I don't have the kids at home and all of that fun stuff, right? But no, because for I don't want to go into too much detail, but I have to help out with Mini-Me in the mornings because daycare doesn't open early enough. The weeks that she's at her dad's, which is this week she's at her dad's. And he can't drop her off at daycare because they don't open as early as he needs them to open at the moment. So he's been dropping her off with me in the mornings. So there's just things that didn't go to plan. And yeah. I'm just having to do other things. Adulting stuff. Give that man a crown? What man needs a crown? Oh, you mean Nightbot thinking David. I see. Yeah, you have a crown because you're the top chatter or top fan in one of the chats. The other chat, I don't know who's holding the #1 crown in the other chat. I think, yeah, it fluctuates depending on who talks most. But then again, some can say that you cheated because super chats and such do give a lot of extra points, which gives you a better chance at the crown. So you can be quiet and do a lot of super chats and whatnot, and you can still have the crown. You always cheat. I'd say it's a valid way of cheating, though. At least you're trying, you know? It's not effortless cheating. It takes a little bit of energy to do it. If that makes sense. When you chat, you don't get any points for a certain period of time, so it swings. I don't know how it works, though. I don't know, like, how much you need to chat to keep it. Or, like, how much is needed to count points. I don't know how it works. After a super chat? Oh, I did not know that either. So when you do a little cheat and then you talk, you don't get any points for talking. I guess you have to talk a lot then for it to start doing it again. Maybe you need to say, I don't know, 10 sentences or something before you start collecting points again. Could that be the thing? I don't know. I guess you just have to try it for science, try and figure out what works. Keep track on things. Yeah, YouTube does what YouTube wants to. Yeah, Stacy just spams hearts. I appreciate that. You think it's the equivalent of the points that the super chat was worth? I don't know, maybe. It's a possibility. You found a pattern like the one that I'm doing? Is it making you happy? Is it almost wanting you to crochet a little bit? Is your fingers itching for cuddling yarn now, Dreamy? Yeah, I got Ricky to start this one as well. I want to say Rita. Yeah, Rita also has one. She started this one. I don't remember what she was intending to do, but she started this one as well. Yep. So both of them I have, I guess, corrupted into this pattern. So you would not be the first one. I inspire you to make things with yarn as well? Yeah, you made your own pincushion. Your own plant. I'm proud of you. Inspired by me making cactus. Almost but not quite, but good enough. I hope. Pincushions. Yep. Okay, so gonna see if I can try and avoid tangling the yarns up too much. So there's a clean name. Oh, there's plenty of clean names. Rosie Posey, good to see you. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. It's so pretty and you have to make a baby blanket for a client. Well, this is a good pattern for a baby blanket, for sure. Do you have a color scheme that you need to use? Because you can take any 3 colors with this. You don't need to have an ombre yarn that I have. You just need 3 colors that either works good together or not good together. So for those who know that I have made a humongous blanket that now resides on my bed in purple, gold, and gray, it's the same stitch. I just did that humongous blanket and still wasn't tired of the stitch. So I just needed to make one in ombres. You just came back from Fiber Arts Club at the library? That sounds fun. Hanging out with people. That is nice. So what are my plans for the upcoming, what plans do I have going forward? Well, we're gonna hang out in a bit over at Katie, what is it, Greenland Quilter with Andy and Shonda. So yeah, we're gonna hang out here for a bit and then we're gonna jump over there. But that's like an hour and a half away or something like that. Other plans. This weekend we have election day here. Not government election. We have election for church stuff, which sounds maybe weird to some that there's elections needed in church, but that's how our church works. Not that I'm very much of a church goer, but there's things that's worth voting for, so that's what I'm gonna do. Ladybird. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Did you have a good day? What are you up to? And the weekend after, I will be going to, well, Knit Cafe, but it's not just Knit Cafe. It's Knit Cafe Day. It's all day. Um, it's it's a whole day, and I've done that before. You might recognize me talking about it in the past. It's always one in the beginning of February, which has been on my birthday. Or that's how I've been celebrating my birthday for a few years. Hanging out there, but now they're doing one in the fall as well, so that's gonna be nice. Hello, Ricke. I was talking about you. Did your ears start to burn? Bad day, bad week. Well, let's hope that you get some good sleep. Good sleep is always a good thing to hope for. Yeah, I was talking about you. You had to start a blanket with this pattern. You got inspired. Dreenie has lost her Crojo, and she almost got inspired now to maybe pick up the crochet hook again, because this pattern looked interesting enough. And I know you started this pattern as well as Rita. So I was just talking about you. You know? Yeah, so the Knit All Day Cafe thing is going to be not this weekend, but the weekend after. And I even talked my mom into joining. So that's going to be fun. You also didn't have a good day? Yeah, I guess it just comes and goes. You made about 1/2 meter on this one. Yeah, I want to say I'm a little bit over that, but I haven't been doing anything on this for quite some time. It's been a while since this one was worked on. But I figured it's time to get it out because it's starting to get cold, and this one I can at least cover my lap with as I work on it. So. Do you guys see how green this drink is? It kind of looks a little bit radioactive. So radioactive drink it is today. Yep. I want to say it's apple and lemon. It's good though. You accidentally managed to buy a ball of yarn more of each color of the colors you're using. You accidentally. You mean you wanted it to make it bigger than you planned or something. You know, that's a happy accident. You got some more yarn to cuddle. All good. I think. I hope so. I kind of hope that we're going to have some sun for a few days and maybe a nice warm day, I don't know, Saturday or Sunday. And I'll drag Minnie with me out in the woods and go and see if we can find some mushrooms. She's been with me in the woods before, but she's not been big enough to do like any picking. So let's see if she enjoys picking mushrooms or just walking around in the woods. She did enjoy running around in the woods with me picking blueberries. But I don't want to be out walking in the woods when it's just all rainy and mushy and wet. We need some warmer days now, or a little bit of not so much. It's just raining. Someone may have inspired you to do so. To buy more yarn? I feel like you're pointing fingers without pointing fingers. Should I feel targeted here? You're gonna go fix your washing machine? I'm gonna be here until, well, it's 9:15 my time, so about an hour, and then I'm gonna get ready to jump over to hang out with Andy and Katie and Shonda, and that's like an hour and 15 minutes from now. So I'm just gonna take like a, quick bathroom break maybe in between streams. Hello, Yadira, how are you doing? Good to see you. Have you had a good weekend? Foresaid blanket. Cough, cough. Hello, Katrine. How are you doing? I already know. You're doing pretty good. You're home from the hospital. Hint, hint. But yeah, like, everyone doesn't know. I'm just happy you're home and feeling better. She was trying to give me some, not advice, but inspiration for food before I popped in here because, yeah. I needed to eat before I sat down here, so. It has a name. It's your Manda Blankie. Ah, that's cute. I like it. What colors are you using for it? I don't remember the colors of the one Rita's starting, but I know I've seen it. I just don't remember what colors she picked. I want to say she's got like a pink or a purple and a blue. But I don't remember. And it's not a lot. She's done some. She always has so many things to work on, so there's project bags in plenty of places around her house. You're fantastic today. That's good to hear. Wine, red, dark gray, and chocolate brown. It rings a bell. I think you said that before. Yeah, I recognize that. Yeah, the other one that I did, the really humongous one in gold, purple, and gray, definitely feels a little bit more boring color-wise. This one is definitely, more happy colors. And also with the color changes, it makes it a little bit more interesting to work on this. Let's start lasering before Beanie gets in here. What, you don't like Beanie being around the laser? You're afraid that you're accidentally going to put the laser on Beanie? Because that wouldn't be a good thing. I think that would be looking a bit weird if Beanie got lasered spots or something. You're hyper focusing on getting a cardigan for yourself done? Oh, that's good. That is really good. I need to do something. I don't know. I have cardigans. I'm not using them. I have a cardigan that I've been working on for a long time ago that just isn't going anywhere because I need to, make some design decisions and I couldn't come to a good solution, or yeah, I just couldn't just make up my mind. So that one's put in, but that one's not a warm one. And I'm not using my hexagons that much. I don't know. I think something that I would like to have a robe-like type of cardigan, like a long one, like down to my ankles long, or at least down to my knees. But I have no idea what yarn to use for that. That I'd be like, there's so many types of yarn. I have a lot of yarn. I don't know what I have in a quantity that would be good enough for that in a color that I would actually wear, because I have a lot of yarn and I definitely have options. I just need to think twice so it's actually colors I will wear when I finish, because a lot of these just makes me happy working on them and making them, but then I just like, yeah, it's not my color, and then I don't wear it. Oh, bad to see the flashes. Rusta yarn, cocoa, and dusty pink. I have some cocoa. I have white, gray, and like a dusty bluish color. I do like the feel of that yarn. I haven't used it for anything yet though. Duster cardi. Is that what it's called when it's long? You started one with purple, blue, and black gradient cakes. Should be interesting to see if the intensity shifts that all happens at the same time. And are you talking about something like this, Katrine? You started this pattern as well? Purple, blue, and gradient black gradient cakes. I love the sound of those colors together. Yeah. You made your black elf coat in the cocoa yarn. Well, cocoa is easy for us to get. And I want to say my Rusta is pretty well stocked here. And what does it take? It takes me probably like 20 minutes to walk there. It actually, yeah, no, it may be taking half an hour to walk there. It takes actually a little bit longer than you'd expect with the bus. But that's just because I'd have to switch buses. It's not that bad though. No, it takes more than half an hour to walk over there. But yeah, I have a Rusta pretty close by. It's not on the other side of town, but it's, yeah. Duster cardigan is what they are called because it dusts the floor. Oh, well then it's a little bit longer. Then we're talking floor lengths. You have two really close? Yeah, you live in a bigger city. I only have one. I have not been to the Rusta next town over though. No, I haven't been to that one. Have I been to any other Rustas? Probably. I just don't remember being in the one in Västerås. Yeah, outside of the city, but still close by the sound of it. You might not be in the city, but you're close to the city. I am in the city now, and I used to be close to the city. I'm in the outskirts though, or like I am in the city, but I'm very much on the edge. On the other side of the road is a little bit of a, I don't know, a few trees, and then there's on ramp to the highway, and on the other side of that it's just woods. So I live pretty much next to the highway, and on the other side there's nothing. I definitely could not walk as easy as yeah, before. It would take me like, yeah, half an hour just to get to the city and then walk through the city, and that was more on the other side. So I definitely had to cross through the whole city to get to all of them stores. We got Rusta, Dollar Store, Willys, Ica Maxi, like all of the bigger stores, all like just clustered next to the highway, which is very typical here. It's easy for people to get there. So they like to have that on just like any type of off-ramp situation from the highway. Your niece has requested a throw in purple, hot pink, and gray. You discovered you don't have pink in the stash. Um, I feel so sad that you might have to go and get some yarn. Is that what we're saying? You you might have to do some shopping, and do we need to cry about it first? So sad. So sad. Not. You may have to go yarn shopping and huggle and snuggle and touch yarn. I'm jealous. I did go to the little store here in town that has yarn, which I don't like because there's such yarn snobs in there. They do have a lot of fabric and not so much yarn. Well, they do have yarn, but they're just being so fancy, and yeah, I don't like them. But I had to go in there, and they've actually downsized the store a little bit. It felt a little bit more cozy now, but still, yeah, still not nice people working there. Hello, Blair. Welcome in. How are you doing? What are you up to? Do you like to play with yarn? Small, snarky businesses tend to go out of business for that reason. The thing is, they've been around for a long time, but yarn isn't their main thing. Yarn is just like a little bit of a side thing that they have in one corner. It's a fabric store, and they specializes in like curtains. So you can go there and get custom curtains, like they sew them for you, and they can even come and fit them in your apartment if you need that. And yeah, that's their main thing, fabrics and curtains, and just having a little bit of a side thing with the yarn because there's nothing else in town that has it. Or, well, they do compare themselves to like, oh, but you can get some stuff at Ica Maxi and you can get a Rusta, so we don't need to have any of that. Like, they have no acrylic yarn whatsoever. And crochet yarn, their opinion is just 8/4 cotton yarns. That's their cotton, or that's their crochet yarn. Oh, you have that over there. I guess they're just expecting people to do doilies or like lace, mercerized lace cotton, and 8/4. That's their crochet yarn. I don't like them. You've been crocheting for 6 years. Oh, that's nice. Pretty much the same. Yeah. I've been crocheting for 6 years daily. I pretty much, yeah, for hours at an end. And at times I just keep crocheting. I did pick up the crochet hook when I got pregnant with my daughter. I did a lot of diamond painting before that. That was my thing. And then, well, while pregnant, the belly got in the way and I couldn't sit leaning forward like I needed to while diamond painting. It was just not comfortable. So I picked up the crochet hook and I realized, well, I can crochet while, you know, while she was sleeping or while I was breastfeeding, you know, all of the weird things you can do at the same time as you're crocheting. But yeah, so it's just easy. I can bring it with me wherever. So I just kept going, and it's my thing. Either yarn shopping or a day of dyeing yarn. Such a hard life. Well, that sounds very, very hard. Do you have the color to dye yarn in pink, or do you need to get some yarn dye for that? Tell me you don't crochet without telling me. Hello, Sonia. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. So for anyone that just popped in, if there's, you know, me chatting to someone you don't see in chat, it's because they're in the other stream. So I have 2 live streams, both on YouTube, one horizontal and one vertical. In the vertical, you see my hands, and on the horizontal, you see a big chunk of my desk, but also my face. If you're curious to what I look like, or yeah, you can jump over there. So there's options, but you don't see everyone in the chat because some people chat in one chat and some people chat in the other chat. Just some people do prefer just looking at the vertical, and the chattier people seems to like hanging out on the horizontal. So the horizontal chat seems to be, or it's usually a bit noisier. Hello, Hassan. Welcome in. Do you crochet? Or what do you like to do? The dog just jumped up and started looking about the room. 'Cause you farted. So he didn't scare himself? 'Cause that happens. Crochet cottons can make nice things, but so can other yarns. I know! Yarn snobbery at its most annoying. My mom is the same. Like, she can't do acrylic. Not even a little. She wants her wool, her cotton, possum, fancy yarn. The only time she tolerates synthetics is for sock yarns where there's a little bit of nylon or whatever it is in sock wool. Polyamide. That is doable. That's the only time she can use it. Otherwise she's like, nope. Which is frustrating because she wants to make a lot of things and I can't handle most of it, so because of my allergies. But yeah, this is acrylic yarn, and I do like thinner yarns like this. Using a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. And I want to say that, yeah, this is three thin strands. I would say super fine. You have several shades of pink dye. She's gonna help create the color. Ooh! definitely extra personalized level of, uh, yeah. If she gets to help dyeing the yarn, she'll probably gonna cherish it even more, you know? You disappeared and you have no idea what you missed. You got a call. Flipping people disturbing your flashing. How dare they? I hope the call was worth it. That it wasn't like someone trying to sell you something that you don't need. You know? Because that would be even worse. Salesperson trying to sell you a new, I don't know, insurance. Switch something, something. I don't know. I don't even know what people are trying to sell these days, like telemarketers, because I don't bother to answer. I know that there's a lottery, uh, yeah, a lottery company or something. They're trying to sell tickets. They seem to be calling now and then. Not interested. I'm not gonna buy any lottery tickets. Thankful you don't get spam calls. That's good. It was an acquaintance telling you she lost weight this week. Well, to her, it was the most important thing to let you know that she lost weight. If that made your day better or not, I can't tell. But she needed to tell someone, and you were the special person she wanted to tell. So, you should feel special. Some might feel a bit of annoyance. Or jealousy that someone else is losing weight and they're not. So I don't know if that's feelings you might feel, but definitely also valid if that is the case. Your niece is excited because you're going to use a blend of 50% cotton, 25% bamboo, and 25% silk. Ooh, that's fancy. It made your day better. I kind of, I could have guessed that. I actually tried something I've never done before today, which was scary. No, it wasn't. I tried to do something with my air fryer that I've never done. I made bread in my air fryer. Or specifically, I made scones. Can't say that they were that good. Definitely need to try some different recipes, or like to figure out what temperature and whatnot. But I did try and make scones in my air fryer, and they were edible, and Minnie Me loved them. So we had fresh bread and soup for lunch. She was happy. And the bread that was left over, I had that later. So there's none left. I can't show you what they looked like because they were just they disappeared. They just disappeared. But I had never done anything like that in the air fryer. I've made what type of thing, like baking things. I have made apple pie or like just pies. I've done that. Um, Other than that, I'm just, foodie stuff, not desserty or baking. But I definitely need to try and do that more because it was nice. When I have done bread though, I need to use my oven because the air fryer is just not big enough. If they're all eaten and gone, you don't think any of us want to see the bread now? Exactly that. Do you have a proper bread maker? Takes about 3 hours to bake. Is it one of those where you just put the ingredients in and then you turn it on and it has its own mixer inside, so it's gonna mix it and then it's gonna cook it, and then you're gonna have the little mixer thing being stuck in it, so a couple of slices are gonna look a bit funky? Because those machines, I've had bread made out of a machine like that in the past. It's been a long time since I had that, but um, I guess it also depends on what type of ingredients you use, whether it's good or not. You make bread every Sunday, no bread maker? The breads were too, the loaves were too small, and you're sick of the hole in the middle. Exactly, that one. That hole in the middle. Many, many years ago, I had well, my boyfriend at the time, his mother, she had one of those, and she kept using it very often. But she had a very, she used a lot of seeds and more coarse grains, and it was more of a healthy type of bread. So I've only tried that type of bread, like darker, denser. Um, so I have no idea if the bread, more of a regular wheat bread would turn out good in those, because I've never tried that. 10-minute prep, no kneading, and 30 minutes in the oven, done. That sounds nice. Right amount of ingredients? Yeah, of course. You never baked in your air fryer? Have you tried to do like any, well, apple pie or like stuff like that? Because I did that. I made an apple pie and that turned out really good. Well, I've made several. So you can definitely use it for that. Hello, Jonathan. How are you doing? Good to see you. How is things on the spookier side of things? Have you been hanging out in the cemetery or anything recently? Or do you like just hanging out on your bridge? You also have a bread maker? Oh my god, I have an itch on my, not on my throat, but it's just like on my collarbone. I guess I got bit by something while out foraging for mushrooms. So I can't stop itching. It's annoying. Oh, but there's a bunch of new people here now. You didn't see my mushrooms. I have my mushrooms here. I went foraging for mushrooms Sunday. Do you need to see my mushrooms? Maybe not, but I have them here in an awesomely big jar. Because it's so big. You can't even see it on, like, it doesn't fit in the view. Like, do you see how big my hand is on this, I don't know, how, does it say how big it is? I don't know. Oh, here, it does say 3,200 milliliters. And it's like 2/3 of this is all dried up mushrooms. I'm happy. But I have one more of these jars, and I still have some room in here, so I'll definitely go and get me some more mushrooms. Because I can. So this is 3 hours of beginning of season. Not a lot of mushrooms really yet. So a couple of more sunny days and I will have plenty of mushrooms. I like this tapping of my... No, we're not doing ASMR here. Or maybe. I know that's not for everyone, so maybe not tapping on glass jars is what you're here for. I can do that for myself. I can sit there and play with my mushroom jar later. I'm just being silly. But I do have a dryer for that, so I did dry them in my mushroom dryer. It's called mushroom dryer, but you can dry anything in there, like fruits and stuff as well. You never thought about using the air fryer to bake, just the oven by habit? Well, larger batches of bread, you need to use the oven because it's going to take forever. The air fryer is not as big. So, you know, you have that reason. But if you're only making like a one loaf or like a pie, definitely worth using the air fryer. I have noticed. I'm gonna try and make other breads too. Hello ABD, how are you doing? Good to see you. Are you busy at work? A little break and you snuck in? Well, the mushrooms was fresh. Now they're dried. And they're gonna be awesome in sauces and stews. You're working from home today. So a nice relaxed day at home. That sounds good. Can't complain about that, right? And you get to huggle and snuggle your pets while working. Unless they're disturbing your work. I hope not. You were enjoying the shifting effect of my nail polish. Yeah, they are slightly like oil spill type of effect in it. Not as much as another nail polish I have. These are more like gold and green, not so much of the bluish color. I have another one that definitely has more of a blue in it than this one. But yeah, there's a little bit of like an oil spill effect to this. I painted these yesterday. That's, yeah, I felt like I needed to do that. It was time. And now they're long again. So I try to keep them a little bit fairly decent. I did, what is it? This one? Yeah, I did nick this one a little bit, but not too bad. I don't, like, it's just a little rounded. But they're all nice and long. So let's hope that they can stay like this for a bit. They're being pretty good so far. So yeah, you can't blame it on, my dog ate my homework. You use your dehydrator to dry fruits and to make jerky snacks. I've never tried any type of jerky-esque making. Like I've tried to eat some type of dried meat. They're just a little bit too chewy for me to like it. I don't know. Not my favorite thing. Not something I really feel like I need to eat again, to be honest. Maybe I haven't tried anything good, but yeah, no. So who's being most mischievous? Why does that sound weird? Was that That sounds very weird grammatically. Most mischievous. Moose or the kitty cat would be my guess. The other puppy dog is too nice. I don't think she's going to be mischievous. But I think the cat is the one. A moose is definitely the one stirring up trouble. I thought the cat would be more of a trouble while you're working. Because cats like to do that. Like sit there and tap their paws on the keyboard while you're trying to type. You just got home from Missouri Sunday, so you're still a little tired? So a lot of travel has been going on. That's nice. Moose and the kitty are having epic WWE throwdowns. They're wrestling all over the place. Well, let's hope that they don't wrestle in your work. You've been doing quite a bit of traveling. You're breaking in your new SUV. Are you bringing the pets with you while you're traveling? Are they getting a lot of road time as well? My mom had a cat before that. Every time they put her in the cage to just go out, in the car, if it was going to the vet or whatever, she always got car sick. Not fun at all. She was just screaming and being miserable. Some pets don't like to travel, for sure. You just looked over at your foot tub to find it full of sleeping kittens? No wonder it's so quiet. Your foot tub? Well, at least they're sleeping and not harassing your yarn or anything. The pups are staying home. Eventually they could go to the campground. Everyone brings their dogs out there. I guess would it be a very, well, I think most dogs do well traveling in cars, don't they? You might just need to take a stop here and there for bathroom breaks, but I think I've heard more miserable cats in cars than about miserable dogs in cars. I might be wrong. You're eventually moving there. Oh! Looking for a job there, or have you sorted that out, or like? But that's closer to your daughters, right? Or maybe one daughter at least, or both. I don't remember what you said. Were they living close? Will it be closer or further away from Jessica? Because she's also in Missouri, but like I don't know how far away you're going. Because she's not too far away from you right now. But like, are you going to the other end of Missouri? I don't know, distance-wise. Are you getting closer? Because then I'd be jealous. Guess you'll never know. Oh, what the foot tub is? Yeah, my guess would be something she could use as like a foot bath. I don't know. An old wooden pedicure tub. So I was right. A foot massager. Maybe, but that's the old wooden one. So without massage. And that one full of kittens sleeping. I bet it looks cute. They're all piled up. Well, if I fit, I sit. It's cats we're talking about. What you were assuming? Do I dare to ask what you were assuming? Dear Ladybird? I'm not sure I dare to, but now, I got curious. So I might have to ask. Hello, Amar. Welcome in. Do you crochet or do you like to play with yarn in different ways? Like knit or other type of sewing maybe? Cross stitch? What's your thing? Or perhaps you're just here for my long nails. Some people are, and that's fine. A miniature version of a bathtub in every way. You sit on the loo or a chair in the bathroom and soak your tootsies. No, yeah, tootsies? I thought your answer would be, I don't know what I was assuming, but not that. I thought you'd have a more fun answer. That sounded like a sane answer. And I wasn't sure if that was what I was expecting. I don't know. It normally makes a great yarn holder, but it's full of kitties. So you're not adding yarn to a pile of kittens. Yeah, that I do not recommend. That would be very tingly kitties if you have a pile of kitties in a tub and then you add yarn on top of that. Yeah, that's a mess in the making. You should never assume what I assume. Well, I don't know. That was just a bit more of a plain answer than I was expecting. I was expecting something with a little bit more spice in some way. I don't know what I was expecting. I'm just, that just sounded reasonable. Then again, I'm maybe just deflecting. I don't know. Sorry to disappoint. I bet you're laughing. I don't think you're sorry at all. You're messing with my assumptions and you're having fun about it. Not laughing, just smirking. Just only. Okay. If you say so. So, how tangled am I right now? I don't know. Just a little bit. not too bad. But I am tangling the blanket up a little bit. Folding it and folding it and folding it. We can do that. And then you get to see a little bit of the beginning of it in the background. And you get to see more of the colors. How about that? It's large enough for both feet or a half a dozen kittens. That's a nice measurement. I didn't know that we were measuring half a dozen of kittens as a sizing of a vessel now, but let's go for it. Why not? We're not gonna tip a glass today. I'm not in the mood to tip glasses. It's been a while since I did it, so I guess it's, you know, coming soon. But I don't want to do that now. Especially not with something that looks, I don't know, slightly radioactive. Because that's what I have in my glass today. It's very, very green. It almost looks radioactive, or, yeah. It's good though. But I don't think the stains would be very fun to try and get rid of. Oh, nice. You're finally done playing with the laser. Good for you. So just a little bit more. Well, I'm gonna hang out here with you guys for a little bit longer, like, I don't know, 20 minutes perhaps, 15, 20 minutes. And then I'm gonna take a quick break and go and get ready to go and hang out on panel. So that's gonna be fun. It's been a few weeks since we last did that hangout thingy-mabob, so it will be fun. Oh, yeah, I do like colors changing in general, so this blanket is definitely very very nice to work with. And the color changes have been kind of stacking up. When one changes color, the other one will change very soon after. So they are very similar in how they're made, with the length of between color transitions. Yes, definitely an avoided disaster today. Like, you can see the difference here with the darker and the lighter. So it's very subtle here. Not so subtle here. The first transition. Steel Sky! Well, hello, hello, you're lurking. Good to see you. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Are you lurking and crocheting, or are you lurking and something else? I hope you get to play with yarn. Well, hello, Katie. I've been talking about you. Well, I've seen the emails. I'm just hanging out here until it's time to hang out with you. I'm just prepping. Warm up party here. And who knows, I might have a crew to join us when I jump over to hang out with you. So I have seen your emails. Don't you worry. Knitting machine now. You crocheted earlier. Well, you get to play with yarn, so that's good. This is just the pre-show. So yeah, that starts at half. So yeah, 24 minutes from now is when we're gonna go and have some crocheting over in Greenland. Greenland Quilter Katie has invited me and Andy and Shonda to hang out. But yeah, I only need a few minutes in between for, bathroom breaks, refilling glass and whatnot, maybe. I am not stressing anything. We're just crocheting today and hanging out. I'm just happy that I get to hang out with everyone today because I need it. And so many of you guys found me even though I've been gone for a bit. So that's also awesome. Maybe notifications actually works. I don't know. You're deciding on what project to take with you to work. Should you take the blanket, the newly started, a shawl, or somebodies? Well, I do like that you decided to do some somebodies after the stay at the hospital. Do you have a bunch of like different scrap yarns or something that you're using for somebodies? Because I have a little feeling that if you bring somebodies and maybe some different yarns, that Miss G would be very happy if she could help you pick colors or maybe help you, like, you can do something together. And those would be easy for you guys to do together. Like, what colors? Are we doing a buddy? Are we doing a bunny? Are we doing a bear? That type of thing. I bet you could do that, like something fun out of that. Like name them together. All the other things, of course, you could do something. The other stuff. But I'm thinking like something that also would include her would be very appreciated. At least from time to time, If that makes sense. I think it made sense. I hope so. I had an alarm to just not lose track of time and know that I need to wrap things up in a bit, Because I know that time flies when you crochet and you have fun. And you guys really help with that. I lose track of time and I sit here and talk to you guys and it's just a lot of fun. I wonder if I'm going to be able to finish this blanket this year. Like, to be honest, I don't know. Just because I have so many other projects. If I just work on this, then I'd probably be done in a few weeks. But I'm not sure that will happen. Just because I have so many other things that I could work on. And that I probably will be working on. But yeah, I don't remember when I started this one. Enrique is back. Welcome back. You're using scrap yarns, cottons, and acrylics. Miss G is gonna get a kick out of that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You guys like to do things together with the cooking and all that. Almost done with the ribbing for the cardigan. Awesome. She likes making the cards that go with them too. Well, that's even better. Well, I'm happy that I gave you the idea. And now you can have some fun when you go to work. Is it ribbing first and then cardigan? The patterns are easy, you don't have to think. We love those patterns. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Or just well-written patterns. They can be very intricate. As long as they're well-written, it's all good. I've come a long way on the blanket. It doesn't feel like it. It feels like it's not going anywhere. I want to say that I've done a couple of rows because I was working on green when I started. And I want to say that I've done, yeah, so I did green and then I switched again. So I think I started down here on this green because I just did green. So I'm on row 6 in 2 hours. Oh, you finished your new Mena shawl too? Nice. What colors were you using for yours? Because I have that white and teal. That's a Sultan. Sultan Deluxe. It's number 12 in a name that is barely pronounceable. Yeah, I don't remember the Paraiba tourmaline or something. It's yeah. Since it has tourmaline in it, I'm guessing it's some type of stone that it's supposed to have, like gemstone name with the color being, I guess, similar to the color of the stone. a Hobie Black Friday cake. The Black Friday cake in what shades? I don't know the number of the limited edition cakes, but I might know it if you tell me the shades. I think you've mentioned it before, or maybe even sent pictures. I don't remember, but I do love the cotton cakes, so I might even have it. I don't know. Yeah, now I'm curious. But you could also tell us what colors it is. And back to green again. I'm kind of thinking that this is a good spot to stop for this minute or moment, because I just switched. I just realized that the stitch marker that I made before, it actually matches pretty good with my nail polish. The little green center is very similar to my nails. The thing about blankets, it seems to take forever to make them. Yeah, also when you're using a 3.5mm crochet hook and like super fine yarn, yeah, it takes forever. Kind of. So I'm just gonna do that. Put the stitch marker in there. And I'm gonna go over here. And I'm gonna steal this one here. There we go. And I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna pop in. There we go. And also in the other one over there. So that is where you will be finding me, Andy, Katie, and Shonda in a little bit. It's like 12 minutes left before we start over there. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of a stretch my legs, do what I need to do, and then we're gonna hang out over there. I think, yeah, this is a good time to just take that little break. Olive green, light green, yellow, cerise, dark purple, and ends in a dark navy blue. Are you sure it's olive green? Isn't it more of a neon? No, wait, it's that one. I made a shawl, and Rita's mom has that one now. Yeah, Rita's mom has that, or Rita has that shawl. Yes, I used that one. I made a shawl that was, it wasn't half circle, but like almost half star. It was like pointy, but it's like a semicircle, but like different points on it. So yeah, I think I know exactly which one you're talking about. But yeah, so now I'm gonna say bye-bye for now. Go and hang out over on the other stream. So I hope to see you in a bit again, because yes, we like to hang out. I love you all. Hugs and kisses. See you soon. Bye-bye.